this video, I'm here to explain the ball poem written by John Berryman. John Berryman was an American poet and scholar, and his very famous work is The Dream Songs, written in the year 1969, and it was a sequence of 385 poems. And he even won Pulitzer Prize for the Dream Songs and also won National Book Award. When we are focusing on the ball poem, through this poem, the poet has tried to describe the reality of life which everyone has to face one day. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against the mysteries and sorrows of life. That is, we all are facing death in our life, either in the form of the death of our relatives or our friends or somebody like that. Or sometimes they will be moving away from us. So it creates sorrow in our life. So we should be able to face the reality of our life. We should be able to withstand all these adverse conditions. What's a boy now who has lost his ball? What? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Here the poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. And further, the poet wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. And further, he asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. The poet has seen the ball going away from the boy. And he says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. That is bouncing. Bouncing means cheerfully jumping up and down. So the poet had seen the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. And this means that when the ball skipped from boy's hand, it went into the street and later on it fell into the nearby river. In the water means in the nearby river. And here the ball is representing our friends and family. So the poet is worried what happened to this boy when he lost his ball. Means what happened to this boy when he lost his friends or family members. Now let's focus on the literary devices used in these lines. First we have anaphora. Anaphora means use of repeated words in two or more lines. Here we can say two words are repeated. What and merrily. What is a boy now? What is he to do? So there what is repeated in two lines. Then merrily bouncing merrily over. So there merrily is repeated. So we can say the poetic device used there is anaphora, repetition of the word in the beginning. Okay. Then we have simply repetition. Repetition in the sense means the word is repeated again in the same line. So in the second line you can see what is to do. There we can say what is repeated. So that is the repetition of the word in the same line. That is repetition. Anaphora means repetition of a word or a phrase in two or more different lines. Okay. Then we have assonance. Assonance means repetition of vowel sound. There you can see boy, now, who, lost. Everywhere O sound. The vowel O is repeated. Though the poetic device is assonance. Then we have imagery. Imagery means we are having five imageries. So we are having five senses. Likewise, we will be able to feel something with the help of either of our senses. Okay. So when we are hearing that the ball is bouncing, we can see an image in our mind, isn't it? We can feel a ball is bouncing on the street. So there we are able to see an image. Okay. So there we can say the poetic device is imagery. Even we can hear the sound, the bouncing of the ball, we can hear the sound of it. So that poetic device is imagery. When the poet says merrily bouncing down the street, we can image something in our mind, either in a visual image or in an auditory image. We can see that or feel, we can hear it. That is why it is imagery. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless now. In these lines, the poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by just saying that he will get another ball because he has other balls too. That is, even if you are losing some relation, you are still having many others, so no need to worry. He says it because the boy is feeling very sad and he is completely surrounded by sorrow. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor with the ball. So there, before we have seen the ball has gone near the water. Either it can be a sea or a river. So here it shows harbor. Harbor is mostly seen nearby the sea. So we can feel that he has lost the ball in the sea. Here the poet says that the boy is very sad as a ball which has now gone into the water reminds him of those sweet memories of the times when he owned it. And this loss is unbearable for him and he is totally grief stricken. The poet says that he can't even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball because money cannot replace anything. He says so because the new ball will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy. Even though he is getting a new ball, a new relation, it doesn't make a complete sense. Further, the poet says that the time is there. Now the time has come. Something is going to happen to him. We can see in the next lines what is going to happen to him. There we can see the word now. That is a symbol word in that sentence. You can see a full stop, then now. So something else happened to him now. That we can see. In these lines, we have a new poetic device. That is ascenditen. Ascenditen. It means the lack of conjunction in a sentence. Conjunction means the words that are combining the sentences. Like and, but, or, either. All these are coming under conjunction. So in these lines, we are lacking proper conjunction. See, a dime, another ball is worthless. A dime or another ball. That is better there. That is a perfect way. A dime or another ball is worthless. But instead of using a conjunction, the poet has used there a punctuation mark, just a comma. That is why there we have the poetic device ascenditen. Ascenditen means no use of conjunction in a sentence. Okay. And the sentence is a dime, another ball is worthless. A dime or another ball is worthless. That is the correct sentence. Then we have repetition. Repetition means a repetition of the same word in the same sentence. Like we can see ball. It has been repeated many times. Oh, there are another balls. Then his ball went. A dime, another ball. Many times the words are the word ball is repeated. That is why the poetic device is a repetition.